Welcome back to Hockey Talks. I'm Carl, that is Dave, and we are getting closer and closer to round 3 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Dallas Stars taking a 3-1 series lead against the Winnipeg Jets. And all thanks to Mikko Rantanen, who's been an unbelievable pickup for the Dallas Stars, who scored 2 hat-tricks in a row. And
Consecutively
has 19 points in 11 games in these playoffs.
I hope you picked him in the draft.
Yeah, no doubt. He is on fire, and he's a big reason why the Dallas Stars are up 3-1 right now.
Absolutely.
Right?
Who's he remind you of?
Probably a lot of Brett Hall.
Yeah,
a lot of Brett Hall, right? Very, very similar, right? Brett Hall led the Dallas Stars to a Stanley Cup.
And back in 99.
Yeah, back in 99, yeah.
Absolutely.
Wasn't it like the foot in the crease kind of thing?
Yeah, that was the dilemma. Yeah.
Against Dominant Hatcher, I believe, right?
Buffalo Sabres.
But that was good. That was a fun series to watch.
Absolutely. A little side topic is the Buffalo Sabres, last time they made the playoffs has been 3 popes ago. So, anyways.
Wow. Okay. Random
stat. But for this Buffalo Sabres stuff, though, Dallas Stars and Brett Hull, there is a lot of similarities, I think, between those two players. Mm-hmm. In the fact that Rantanen has this weird ability right now, anyways, of just being able to find the net wherever he is on the ice and score goals. And with his record in Game 7 of, I think, playoff record of not losing any Game 7s at all. They made the playoffs in 2020. Dallas Stars did, and they made it all the way to the finals. They ended up losing. Yeah. Is this player something like a Brett Hull that would push them over the edge to possibly, capitalize on the situation and win the Stanley Cup this year? I think that's the big question.
Yeah, they have a lot of similarities to what Brett Hull was, to what Mikko Rantanen is, right? They're both very, very good shooters from anywhere on the ice, right? They can put that puck in the net. Brett Hull is very good at that. Anytime they got it to him, he managed to find a way to score goals. Same with Mikko Rantanen right now. Anytime they get the puck to him, it seems like it goes into the net. Yeah. Right? He's just at the right places, right time. And, what a pickup by Dallas, right?
So do you think he's going to be able to keep it up? Do you think that maybe he just played against 2 teams that were maybe a little rougher at defending against him?
No. I think Rantanen's that good. Rantanen's that good. Colorado, I think, made a mistake of not signing him, right, and just getting rid of him.
He's the reason they got eliminated. So
there's the reason didn't think they were going to
4 goals in the
Dallas,
third period,
right? And they got a powerhouse team already, but Rantanen has proven that he belongs in Dallas, right? Yeah. He belongs every penny that they're paying, which is a bargain, by the way. Dallas Stars is paying him, and I think they're paying him till 2032 or something like that. And it's just they got a steal of a deal for Mikko Rantanen, and there's a lot to come from. You can just see right in the playoffs here, right? How well he played against Colorado, how well he brought him back and won that series for Colorado, and he is why
he's taking command in the current series that he's in too.
Yeah, he's why the Dallas Stars are up 3-1 right now.
Yeah. Mind
you, the fact that Winnipeg cannot win a game on the road for whatever reason, I don't understand that. I found out that they have not won a home or not won an away game in the entire playoffs so far.
Yeah.
How is that? How do you get this far and not win a game on the road?
Yeah.
That is crazy. If they didn't get first place and they had to play more away games, they would be gone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They'd be gone. They're lucky.
They almost were gone against the 8th seed.
That's
so I really do think...
I knew they were going to put up a fight. But Winnipeg is... Yeah, they need to find a way to win on the road.
Yeah.
Hellebuck needs to find a way to stop pucks on the road. I don't know.
It's just very, very interesting seeing Winnipeg seed so high. And a team like St. Louis, sure, everybody can say that they're a good team. At the end of the day, they seeded last. And they went till Game 7 until 2 seconds left or something. And then it went to overtime and Winnipeg got the win. So they're an exhausted team. Mm-hmm. Nonetheless, they have 2 big players come back from injury. And they're not going to be at 100%. They're going to be at 80, 90%.
Yeah.
And so that just leads to a gas team. When you're playing against a team like Dallas Stars, they're just too deep.
They are deep, yeah. They are deep. They have Ottinger, who's playing fantastic. Hellebuck, he's played very up and down like he usually does in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
He needs to find a steady streak of actually playing good hockey. And I don't know, it's just he hasn't been playing good, especially like on the road. Like we haven't seen a win out of them yet on the road.
Yeah.
So, and they down 3-1. It's going to be a tough hill to climb back for those Winnipeg Jets, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, they're probably tired from St. Louis, who gave them a run. That was very, very close for them to be going home if they didn't score with 0.4 seconds left or something like that.
No, it was a couple. I think it was like a second or two.
Seconds left.
0.4 seconds was the Vegas Golden Knights game that just happened.
Oh yeah.
Where
that one, yeah.
Edmonton's goaltender scored it. Or no, sorry, it was Draisaitl scored in his own net.
Right.
But it's because Skinner left the net. If Skinner wouldn't have just left his net, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, whatever they're doing seems to be working for them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But they're a tired hockey team. They need to find a way to get this next one, otherwise, adios.
Yeah.
And Winnipeg, the leader of the NHL, is gone again.
But I think everybody and their dog predicted that Dallas Stars would overtake Winnipeg.
Yeah.
They're just too strong of a team. And they're in the playoffs anyways.
Oh, absolutely. They make a good run every year.
Yeah, so speaking of Hellebuck and goaltending anyways, there's another goaltender that is maybe being a little more aggressive than you'd like to see. Mm-hmm. And that was, it was one or two of the games anyways. It was Hill from Vegas Golden Knights. Now I got to ask you, if you see a goaltender who starts hacking you, or if you're a player and you see a goaltender start hacking you, start shoving you, start doing that kind of stuff, are you going to stop doing what you're doing, or are you going to keep doing it?
Yeah, keep doing it.
Absolutely, because you're getting under his skin, and it's freaking working.
That showed against Aiden Hill, right?
Yeah,
Aiden Hill. I don't know. He was playing aggressive. He was not having any of it. You could tell he was a frustrated goaltender.
Yeah.
Right? Really, really frustrated. I don't know why. It started from the beginning of the game. He was out to get people, right? Just cross-checking people, slashing people, like everything. Anytime there was a scrum, he would go right into it, and try to fight somebody right away. But he did calm down. He did calm down about halfway through the game, kind of deal. But I mean, yeah, like Edmonton boys were all over them.
Yep,
all over them, just picking at him, making him mad. Yeah, that's what you want to do, right? You want to get under his skin, and they definitely did with Aiden Hill.
Absolutely. And the more and more these playoffs continue, it would appear that AI, we have a video on this, AI had predicted a couple months ago anyways, that the finals for the Stanley Cup finals for this year was going to be Edmonton Oilers and Carolina Hurricanes, with Carolina Hurricanes taking it. So the more this playoffs goes into it, the more and more that seems like it's going to be how it pans out. So we'll keep an eye on it though and see. I mean, it would be pretty weird if AI was able to get that a couple months ago.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah,
makes me think I should have put some money on it.
Yeah, well, you never know. They're both playing some really good hockey, right? And Carolina goes up 3-1 in the series against Washington, which I mean, I thought this was going to happen. Carolina's a strong team, right?
Did you see the hit where I think it was Jordan Stahl ended up hitting Wilson into his own bench?
Oh, yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
So any team that can push Wilson around and put him in his spot is...
I think that's a big focus on them, right? Like put the enforcers on Washington, like Wilson, who loves to get under people's skin, right? He loves to hit, loves to just make people...
Push people around.
Push people over the edge, right? And he drives... He's that pest on Washington. And then I think that's one of Carolina's goals, is to try to get under his skin.
Put the pest in his place.
Put the pest in his place, or in the bench where he
belongs. Yeah.
Yeah, but Carolina goes up 3-1 in this series, so I think this series is over as well. I don't think Washington can come back. I just don't see it. Carolina's too strong of a team right now.
If you were to see one team come back between a 3-1 deficit, would you say Vegas Golden Knights or would you say Washington Capitals?
If I were to choose?
Yeah. So I'm just thinking, usually you do have that team come back at least once in the playoffs, right?
I'll see Vegas, I think.
Yeah. Sooner than Washington.
Yeah, I think it would be Vegas over Washington. Yeah. I just don't think Washington has the depth to compete against the Carolina Hurricanes, right? They have a four lines running, like lots of depth in their crew. Washington is here and there, right? They have some good spots, a lot of older players like Ovechkin, right?
Yeah.
Which he's been performing great, but I don't think they have depth.
Oh, come on. He's the old man on the ice.
He is, but he's been scoring goals, right?
He's scoring goals.
But yeah, they don't have the depth Carolina does. So I don't think they're going to come back in the series, which is Vegas. I think there's a chance that they could.
Well, I think so. We're talking about statistical goalies here, and we'll talk about Woll in a second. But let's change it to Skinner. I think Skinner is a statistical goalie, and what that means is he has it's hot and cold. When he has a really good game, he's going to have a really bad game. There's clutch goalies where in the playoffs they just play much, much, much better than they do during the season. Take Fleury, for example. Fleury is a clutch goalie, and Skinner is a statistical goalie. So Skinner shut him. I think he shut him out the one game. Did he?
Skinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one game
he got a shut out
4-0. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have a really, really good game like that, and you got a few wins, and eventually I just see him collapsing a little bit and letting some more pucks in the net. I don't know what happens with him, but it's like he gets more confident, plays outside the net more often, makes some mistakes, and then just lets a handful of goals in. That's what I see happening, and so I guess we'll see if Vegas can come back or not. They'll have to win 3 in a row. I know 3 in a row for any team is not impossible. It's one game at a time.
Yeah,
especially when you might get a couple of free games from the opposing team's goaltender.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it can happen, right? Especially with Calvin Pickard out, Stuart Skinner in.
Mm-hmm.
You really don't know what you're going to get from Skinner.
Yeah.
Right? So they can come back, I think.
Like a box of chocolates.
Yes. You never know what you're going to get. Shifting to the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Do we have to talk about this?
They lose a pivotal Game 5. Pivotal Game 5.
Yeah, that's the right word to use.
With a 6-1 loss to the Florida Panthers. Now, being said, they still have no Anthony Stolarz. They're playing Joseph Woll, right? Woll is known to be a on and off goaltender, right? He can play.
He's a statistical one. That's a prime example of
it. Stuart Skinner, right?
So Woll just literally went from a game where Florida beat the Leafs 2-0, and he made 30-some saves.
Yeah.
To letting in 5 or 6, however many empty net goals there was.
5 goals,
5
and then he got stubbed out by the backup, right? So, but they only had 20 some shots, so he was 800 save percentage, I think it was.
Yeah.
For Woll, which is not good enough in the playoffs.
No.
Not at all. I mean, there was no offense at all for the Toronto Maple Leafs in this game either. Scoring 1 goal by Jason Robertson. Oh, not Jason Robertson.
Robertson. Yeah. So
Robertson.
Here's the way I see it is when the Toronto Maple Leafs start playing like that, you're going to get losses, of course, right? Now, this is 3 losses in a row, and you're going to eventually hopefully have bounce back games. But the real reason is, why did you start losing in the first place? Well, I mean, the goaltender went out, and after that, the top line in Matthews, Marner, Nylander haven't really been present. They've been playing, they've been getting some goals, but they haven't been pushing the level which they need to.
Yeah.
And then you look at Florida against Tampa Bay. I mean, Tampa Bay had the league's top scorer barely get anything at all. So I think Florida is really just guarding those top guys, and that's why we're seeing so many of the 3rd and 4th line players score goals. Yeah. But if that's going to be how it is, we got to make sure that those players push it out.
Oh, absolutely,
and
yeah.
I don't know about you, but in Game 4, it looked like they looked very, very fatigued. They looked tired. They looked slumpy a little bit.
Yeah.
So I have no idea what's going on there. Are they getting tired? Really?
Maybe.
I mean, tonight they get their... I mean, not tonight, but on Wednesday they got their butts kicked 6-1.
Yeah.
I mean, what is going on, and is it going to be able to get fixed by Friday? And are they going to play Stolarz on Friday?
Yeah, I don't know. Stolarz, I think, is a little ways away yet. I don't see him coming back this series. Maybe if they push, but he wasn't even in a contact here. He wasn't skating with the team, right? He skated on. He was on with some trainers and stuff, but that was about it, right? You haven't seen him skate with the team or nothing yet. So, and looking like he's not going to be back in this series.
Yeah,
but you never know. They might pull something off and somehow get him into the game somehow. But I
if you want him in there at that point, yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. A concussion, which I'm assuming that's what happened. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be back in the series.
Yeah.
Rely on Wall.
But that's not just like it's not just the goaltender, it's the whole team.
It's the whole team, right?
Something I always say is your offense has to get over 3 goals or 3 or more, and your defense and goaltender have to keep out 3. That's the way it works. Yeah, it's not just him though. It's a team effort. You can't just blame it. I don't like it when people are like throwing their Matthews jerseys on the ice. Like, do you understand everything else he's doing in the game? He's winning a majority of his face-offs. Yeah. He's preventing goals from being scored, usually. It depends on how bad the game is, right? But he's doing a lot more than just not scoring goals. He's a positive player in the game, but it's just, I mean, where's the rest of our top tier guys? Yeah. If you can't just blame it on Matthews because he gets paid the most. It's easy. It's an easy person to target, but that's like blaming a high paid goaltender like Hellebuck for losing the series. You just can't do that, right?
Yeah. It's a whole team effort.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Matthews has been quiet.
He has.
He scored one goal in this entire playoffs, I think, just so far.
But I think it's because Florida's just doing too darn good of a job watching him.
Yeah.
And even the one, like a few games, he'll have some really, really good shots, and then you got Bob to shoot at, and Bob's on a good game, and he saves it. Bobrovsky, that is. So, not much you can do about that, right? I just hope he lights it up here and pulls a Rantanen and gets a hat trick here, in the next game, and maybe the next one he can get a hat trick again.
Yeah.
Rantanen did it.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is all the time we have for tonight. Thanks again. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you next time.
If you like the video, give it a like. See ya.